Go.
Hi, my name is Cambri Hill, and this is my persuasive speech for public speaking. And the topic that I'd like to talk about is gifted students. A lot of us have different views and opinions and definitions of what this term gifted students means, so I'd like to provide a definition for you to refer back to during the remainder of my speech. According to the National Association for Gifted Children, quote, gifted and talented, when used with respect to students, children, or youth, means students, children, or youth who give evidence of high achievement capability in such areas as intellectual, creative, artistic, or leadership capacity, or in specific academic fields, and who need services or activities that are not ordinarily provided by the school in order to fully develop those capabilities, close quote. So now I'd like to share a story about a little boy, and for purposes of this story, we will change his name to Robert. Once Robert got to kindergarten, his teacher noticed that he was unlike any of the students that she had ever taught inside of her classroom, and the teacher eagerly began teaching Robert at the pace that he was most comfortable with, and felt that at the end of the school year, things went very well. However, Robert didn't feel the same way. He told his mother, "School just takes up so much of my time." As he grew older, he became involved in many drama classes and started many productions, all while excelling in his studies in the classroom. Tutors helped teach Robert at a pace that was most comfortable for him so that he did not have to be involved in public school. Eventually, Robert graduated from his college and is currently very successful. Reading through this story led me to the conclusion that gifted students should be taught outside of public classrooms and inside gifted programs. Why? Because that's where they're going to learn the best. That's where they're going to get the education that they want. That's where they're going to excel the most. And how do you expect someone who learns quickly to stay involved in school? Many of the time, they don't. Chester E. Finn, a New York Times editor, said that every motivated, high-potential young American deserves a similar opportunity. But the majority of very smart kids lack the wherewithal to enroll in rigorous private schools. They depend on public education to prepare them for life. Yet that system is failing to create enough opportunities for hundreds of thousands of these high-potential girls and boys. Public education's neglect of high-ability students doesn't just deny individuals opportunities that they deserve. It also imperils the country's future supply of scientists, inventors, and entrepreneurs. Close quote. And I'd like to expand more on this idea from Chester E. Finn by asking you the question, why is this even an issue? If a student is gifted, why not just put them into a gifted program? First of all, public school systems don't catch all of the students who would excel inside of a gifted program. However, even if a student does show potential, a teacher may not do anything about it because this child may be coming from a poor family that have parents who can't support to pay fees to put them inside of a gifted program. Second, most public schools don't have enough gifted education classrooms because they don't provide funding for the teachers or for the materials that are necessary. Because many schools are faced with budget crunches and federal pressure, many districts are cutting their advanced classes as well as art and music, which is where a lot of the gifted students are located. Third, many public schools have honors or advanced classes, but they are available to any student that wants to enroll in them. This does not isolate the gifted students, allowing them to learn at a pace of their own. It only continues to teach them with the crowd, learning with the rest of the students. Now I'd like to talk about some statistics to put this into a little bit of perspective for you. Lightly scattered across the globe are schools that focus solely on high-ability, highly motivated students. Some of these schools are Boston Latin, Bronx Science, Cincinnati's Walnut Hills, and Austin's Liberal Arts and Science Academy. In a country with more than 20,000 public schools, only 165 schools were known as exam schools. And exam schools mean that they focus solely on just gifted children. And this is not even 1%. 19 states in the United States do not have any program for these students, and some of these are very large states. Almost every single state have far more qualified applicants than they can accommodate, which is why they have very selective admission and turn away thousands of students who could benefit from their programs. Separating gifted children so that they are receiving the education that will help them succeed most in life may not seem like a huge issue. However, it's important that the children of today's world receive all the help they can get in a way that will be most beneficial to them. One of the ways this can happen is by creating school systems and programs that will be more individualized to the students. Thank you.